Imagine waking up one morning, making your coffee, kissing your family goodbye, walking out the door, and within hours, everything is gone. Your home, your name, your clothes, your dignity, the photos in your wallet, the watch your father gave you, everything. And instead of your name, they give you a number. That's not a metaphor. That's not a movie plot. That happened to a real man, a psychiatrist from Vienna named Viktor Frankl, who was thrown into Nazi concentration camps during World War II, including Auschwitz. But here's what makes this story different from every other Holocaust story you've heard. This man didn't just survive. He watched. He observed. He studied the people around him with the eye of a scientist and the soul of a philosopher. And he came out of that hell with one question that changed psychology forever. What makes a human being hold on? Not money, not physical strength, not even luck. The answer was meaning. And if you think this book is just about the Holocaust, you're wrong. This book is about you. It's about the quiet suffering that doesn't make headlines, the emptiness you feel on a Sunday afternoon when life looks fine on paper but feels hollow inside, the anxiety that hits at 2 a.m. when you ask yourself, what am I actually doing this for? Viktor Frankl wrote the answer to that question, and for the next 30 minutes, we're going to break it wide open. Let's start with who this man actually was, because understanding him changes everything about how you read this book. Viktor Frankl was born in Vienna in 1905. From the time he was a teenager, he was obsessed with one question. Why do human beings live? Not how, why? He was so serious about this that while he was still in high school, he was exchanging letters with Sigmund Freud himself, a 16-year-old kid debating the father of modern psychology. Freud was so impressed he actually published one of Frankl's papers. Frankl went on to study medicine and psychiatry. He developed his own school of psychotherapy. He called it logotherapy, from the Greek word logos, meaning meaning. The core idea was radical at the time. The primary drive in human beings is not pleasure, not power, but the search for meaning. By 1942, he had a complete manuscript of his life's work hidden inside his coat. Then the Gestapo came. He was arrested along with his wife and family and sent to the camps. He lost his wife. He lost his mother. He lost his brother. And on the first day in Auschwitz, guards ripped off his coat. And with it, his entire manuscript. Years of work, gone in seconds. But he didn't lose the one thing that mattered. And that one thing is what this entire book is about. Frankl describes his arrival at the camps in a way that is almost unbearable to read. The guards would stand on either side as prisoners walked in. A gesture to the right, you go to work. A gesture to the left, you go directly to the gas chamber. The prisoners didn't know this. They just walked. Frankl writes, I found myself moved to the right. I later learned that 90% of my transport went left that same day. Once inside, everything was stripped away systematically. The Nazis understood something deeply sinister about identity. Destroy a man's sense of self, and you can do anything to him. Take away his name, his clothes, his belongings, his past, and you reduce him to a body that can be disposed of. But Frankl observed something that broke their entire system. Some people, in the exact same conditions, with the exact same starvation, the exact same brutality, remained human. They would give away their last piece of bread to someone weaker. They would stop in the freezing cold and watch a sunset, genuinely moved by its beauty. They cracked jokes inside a death camp, because humor was the last weapon they had. And other people under those same conditions became monsters. They stole, they betrayed, they stepped on others to survive. Same conditions, completely